Buenos días, buenas tardes, y buenas noches. Bonjour, bonsoir, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you may be. Jay Slater case. It is the 17th of June, which means it is the anniversary, second anniversary of the disappearance and death of Jay Slater, according to the official narrative. One reason I'm very hesitant to go with these dates is because I don't think, in my mind, it has been established exactly what happened to Jay Slater. I think nearly everyone can agree that the 17th of June was the day in 2024 when Jay Slater disappeared. But disappeared in what sense? This is where the argument starts. Disappeared in the sense of left Papagayos, but went where? Um, some people say he never got to Masca. He never went to Masca. I'm one of those that says he probably did for a short time, at least. But this whole argument about where exactly did he go after Papagayos? What happened to him? If you're one of those that believes his life was taken in the early hours of that morning and Jay never got to Masca, then yes, it's still the same day. 17th of June is when he disappeared and his life ended. There are a small number of people, and I am very, very open to the idea that quite possibly Jay did not actually lose his life on that day, that he may well have been alive for some time after the 17th. Um, I've always been attracted by the idea that there's a lot more evidence that Jay Slater was seen by some people in Santiago del Teide at 6 p.m. on the Monday. If that were true, could well be that Jay was alive but held by someone, who knows, the Monday, the Tuesday, the Wednesday. We don't know. We don't know. I suppose speculation will always be there because it is tempting to think that the body of Jay Slater, that body that was, um, well, let's just say it, the body that was first of all um, examined by the pathologist in Spain, and then the body that was examined by Dr. Richard Shepard. You see, some people think that that body was in far too good a state for it to have been out exposed to the elements of 28 days in Tenerife. And that is a very convincing argument. So is it possible that Jay was alive for some days after the 17th, lost his life at some point between the 17th and when he was found, but his not so decayed body was that way because he didn't lose his life on the 17th? I'm rambling. The point is, I'm very hesitant to say the 17th is definitely when Jay Slater died. And if June 17th is the day when Jay Slater disappeared, where exactly did he disappear to? I don't really understand how someone has disappeared when they are always with someone. Always. In Papagayos, he's with people. According to the narrative, when he leaves Papagayos and going from place to place during that nighttime, he is with his friends, with people. He's in a car, apparently going up Damascus with these new friends or strangers or not so new friends. He's with people up there. He walks out of the house. He's seen by people. He walks up a road. A person drives by him. He turns off the road and he has FaceTime video calls with his friends. He's never disappeared. He's never, ever disappeared. When his phone cuts off, apparently, that is the last moment he's in contact with anyone, apparently. Is it at that moment he disappears and shortly afterwards he dies? I don't know. The title of the Candor Productions, The Disappearance of Jay Slater, is, to me, it's a strange one, in that I would argue he never actually disappeared. Everyone around him knew exactly where he was until apparently he died, knew exactly where he was. That's not really a disappearance. That wasn't the point of the video. The point of the video today was to go through a few questions I think we all have regarding Jay Slater's story, saga. I guess answers to which we may never know. But in formulating these 31 questions, I know it's an odd number, 31. I thought I'd do a question, one question per day in June, and then suddenly realized June has 30 days. So there's one extra question. But the point of the list of questions was to try to incorporate questions that any curious person would have, because Jay has answers that no one else knows. Whether you be foul play group, accident group, someone doesn't really know which group they're in, someone that just vaguely knows the case. These questions, if you're a curious person, you would want to ask, you would want an answer. If you could communicate with the spirit of Jay, let's just imagine for the sake of argument, the spirit of Jay can still answer questions. And let's just, hypothesize that you have a way to communicate with the spirit of Jay. I would have thought these are questions that I've prepared here that every single person would want to ask and want an answer to. I can't think of why anyone would not want to know the answers to these questions. Or if anyone out there does have definite answers to these questions, maybe just tell us, because the vast majority don't know. Now we know in the accident group, the vast majority don't care to know, but there must be a degree of curiosity about them to think, I would kind of like to know the answer. It may not in the accident group mind change anything, but knowing the answer, I would have thought for curiosity's sake, would be something they would want to know. Now, chosen background of the day here. We have Brandon, of course. If I get my fat head out of the way, I don't know who this girl is. Anyone know who that is? I think her face pops up a few times, but who is that? Lucy. Jay. Now, this guy here looks like Jay to me. You know, my vision's not that good, and I'm not very good at distinguishing the fine differences in two different faces. I'm just saying, when I look at this, I know that's Brandon. I don't know who that is. I know that's Lucy. I am pretty sure of these two, that's Jay. But who is this guy here? Jay's double. Looks very, very similar to my eyes. That he looks like that could be Jay. Anyone know who that is? Let me just throw it out there. To me, this guy is so similar in appearance to Jay that if, for whatever bizarre reason, anyone wanted another person to pose as Jay, for whatever reason, I would say, can't you just put on your dark glasses, mate, and pretend you're Jay? You look exactly like him. Just saying. Let me get on with the 31 questions that I think we should all dearly love to ask on this second anniversary of when Jay Slater disappeared. To ask him. Question number one. Andy Watson, your stepfather, rightly or wrongly, said, Jay, that you had reservations about going to Tenerife. Is that true? And if it's true, why would you? Why have any reservations at all about joining your friends in Tenerife? Did Andy, your stepdad, get that right or wrong? Number two, were you given permission to go to Tenerife because you had that community order that was still incomplete? You had not served your full 18-month community order. Did you get permission from some kind of authority to go to Tenerife? Or, Jay, did your family, your mother, father, just say ignore it and go? What's the background to that, Jay? Question number three. Did you think Lucy and Brandon's job or jobs or Lucy and Brandon's lifestyle might get you in trouble over there in Tenerife? I'm assuming Jay, I'm going to talk as if I'm talking directly to Jay to make this easier, okay? Did you, Jay, think that Lucy and Brandon's jobs, whatever their jobs were, their lifestyle, whatever their lifestyle was, their way of earning a living, whatever it was, did you think that that might possibly get you in trouble when you went over to Tenerife? Question four. Did you go to Tenerife with the intention of taking narcotics, taking all kinds of illegal substances? Did you go there knowing that's what you wanted to do and that's what you were going to do? Five, did you go to Tenerife with the intention of making any money, either by selling something, either by helping someone do something or commit some kind of crime? Did you go to Tenerife with the intention of maybe making some money somehow? And did your mother know about that? Number six, was Tenerife the first place where you'd met Ayub? First place you'd met Rocky? Did you trust them? For the sake of arguments, Jay, let's say you did meet them for the first time in Tenerife. Did you feel good about these guys? Did you trust them? Did you learn about their past? Question seven, Jay, can you think of anyone in Lancashire who might have wished you harm in Tenerife? Anyone come to mind? Anyone or anyone's, any people back in Lancashire that you think or you thought might have wanted for you to come to great harm while in Tenerife? Anyone come to mind there? Question eight. Did you do anything wrong in Tenerife? Your friend Brad, when he was interviewed, was asked, is it possible if someone had taken you, Jay, taken you, held you, kidnapped you, held you for ransom? Is it possible? And your best friend Jay, your best friend Brad, sorry, he said, well, maybe if Jay had done something wrong. So, question eight, Jay, did you do anything wrong in Tenerife? Something that would lead to you being taken or punished? Question nine, Jay, did you lose anything of great value in Tenerife, either of great value to you or great value to anyone else? Did you lose something of great value which caused you problems? Question 10, did you see anyone in Tenerife who you thought might want to harm you? Did you set eyes on anyone over there that you thought this person might not have my best intentions as their own? I don't know how to put that. Did you see anyone that might want to cause you harm? Question 11. Why did you tell your mum, Debbie Duncan, that you were going to have an easy night? Watch the football, get something to eat, nothing too heavy. Why did you tell your mum that and then go ahead and get totally plastered, drunk, and the toxicology report told us you got absolutely wrecked, whatever the word is, on all kinds of illegal substances? Why did you tell your mum you weren't going to do that? Number 12, did you run out of money or ever need any money while on Tenerife? Ever? Was there ever a moment while you were there that you thought, spent all my money? And question 13, is it true that Lucy used your Santander bank account for any money transfers? Was that true or was that false? Or if not Lucy, could we say anyone? Is it true that another person used your Santander account for any money transfers while you were in Tenerife? Did you know about that? Question 14, where did you sleep each night you were on Tenerife? Where? We know Las Palomas Apartments was booked for you, but did you sleep there every night or not? Question 18, when did you meet Josh Forshaw? And did you, sorry, I'm making question 18 two questions again, but it's a Josh Forshaw question. When did you meet Josh Forshaw? When did you send him, or did you send him a photo with knives down the waistband of your pants? As he said you did. That's what Josh says. Jay, did you? When did you meet the guy? What are we up to? Number 16. Did you get kicked out of Papagayos and why? That's what we've been told, Jay. Everyone said you got kicked out of there. And that's what you said, believe it or not, in that message you wrote to a WhatsApp group from the back of a car that you got kicked out of there. Is that true? Did you get kicked out of Papagayos and why was that? Question 17 for Jay. Did you or anyone you know Steal a watch. And why? Did you or anyone else you know while you were over there steal a watch and why? Question 18. Did you owe Brandon any money? Why? How, if you owed Brandon any money, how did you get to that point you owed him some money? And question 19. Have you any idea why your payments on your account, failed payments, were supposed to go to Infisen Investments? It's a real estate company in Tenerife. Any idea why your failed card payments were supposed to go to a real estate company? Have you any idea who they are? Have you any idea who those payments on your card or your in your account were supposed to go to? Any idea? Question number 20. Did you ever get in a car with Ayub and Rocky? For whatever reason, ever? Jay, you know, they were staying up in Masca, Ayub and Rocky. You were staying down in Los Cristianos. Did you ever get in a car and drive around anywhere with Ayub or Ayub and Rocky? Question 21. Did you ever meet Lewis Kennedy, LK, on Tenerife? Was he a friend of yours? Again, two questions, I know, but it's the LK question. Did you ever meet him? Did you ever see him on Tenerife? Ever meet him on Tenerife? Would you describe him as a friend of yours? Number 22. Whose idea was it for you to go to Tenerife? Who invited you? I mean, I guess if it was your idea, you might have asked other people, but I don't think it was. But you tell me, Spirit of J, who invited you over to Tenerife and why? Why? Number 23, the festivals. Oh, yes, your mother, Debbie Duncan, she says you were planning with Lucy to go to festivals in the future. So, question 23, would that have been in the UK or abroad, for business or for pleasure? Again, multiple questions, but all under the umbrella of your future plans, festivals with Lucy. Your mother has said that you would spend 2 hours a night FaceTime with Lucy, talking about the festivals you were going to go to. Where were you and Lucy planning to go to? For business, for pleasure, what for? Question 24. What is your brother Zach's job? Just, I don't know. We've known that your mother's job is, or was, school finance officer. That's been repeated over and over again. But your brother, Zach, what does he do? It's a mystery to nearly all of us. Well, all of us, I would think. 25. Question 25. Was your cousin in Tenerife at the same time as you? I've heard yes and I've heard no. Spirit of J, was your cousin in Tenerife at the same time as you? Question 26. Did you have any run ins with the police or nightclub security staff before the Sunday night? When you landed in Tenerife up to the point of going into Papagayos on Sunday night, did you have any run ins, any issues, any problems, arguments, confrontation at all with any police or any nightclub security staff before that Sunday? Question 27. What color shirt and what color shorts and what color training shoes did you wear when you went to Papagayos? I know, Spirit of J, this seems like the stupidest question, but ever since you went missing, the people that knew you, were close to you, had seen exactly what you were wearing, can't agree on what the answer is. So I know possibly the stupidest question of the whole list, but I'll ask it again. What color shirt, what color shorts, what color shoes did you have on when you went to Papagayos? And a follow-up question to that, I guess we're on to number 28. Question 28. How many days did you wear that grey shirt? That grey shirt with the green stripe on the top. How many days did you wear that? Because you're wearing it the day you and Brandon are trying on hats, and I believe that's in a shop in Siam Mall. I don't think that's the Sunday you went to Papagayos, is it? Isn't it? And some say that's the shirt you wore when you went to Papagayos, and Dad Warren, I believe that's the shirt he was given. Um, so how many? Two, three? How many days did you wear that grey shirt? Question, what are we up to? 29? Was that you walking across the square in Santiago del Teide, 6 p.m. on the Monday? We ask this Spirit of J because it kind of looks like your posture, your pose, your gait, if you like. Um, to me, it looks like could well be wearing the white shirt, black shorts. Dunno. Yeah, is that you? And if it isn't you, any idea who it is? Do you have a double? Is it this guy? Yeah, is it you or this guy that's walking across Santiago del Teide? One of you. Question 30. Was Brad really your best friend? That's it. Not a follow-up question to that. Was Brad truly your best friend? And question 30, the last one. 31. I've lost track. Are you a Hennessy drinker? As we see you dancing with the Henny bottle. It's not clear to me that you actually are drinking it. You could be taking a few gulps. You could be pretending to. It's not clear to me. But yeah, are you a Henny drinker? All right, 30, 31 odd questions. I mean, I could have done 130 because, to my mind, so many basic questions haven't been answered. And it is a great shame that only a very small band of us think that the answers to these questions would be so useful in knowing what really happened, what happened to Jay Slater. The fact that so many people have no interest in even listening to these questions, let alone thinking of answers, tells me that not only are a lot of people very lacking in curiosity, they would rather things be covered up, hidden up, and forevermore swept under the carpet rather than revealed as being the truth of what happened to Jay Slater. All right, let's leave it there. There might be one later today. I don't know. Hasta luego, adios, hasta la vista, and see you again.